Was I wrong for asking a mother and her son to leave my cafe after he caused a scene? My wife and I have owned a small neighborhood cafe for over 20 years. It is the kind of place where people come to enjoy a quiet coffee, a sandwich, and a little peace, so we have one simple rule: no loud videos, games, or music playing from phones or tablets. We even have signs up because the place is small and noise carries everywhere. A little while ago, a woman came in with her son, who looked about 10 years old. As soon as they sat down, he started playing videos on a tablet at full volume, and then he pulled out a phone too, so both devices were making noise at the same time. Nearby customers were clearly annoyed, so I went over politely and explained that devices were fine, but the sound had to be off unless he used headphones. The mother immediately became defensive and told me her son was autistic and needed the screens because he gets overwhelmed easily. I told her I understood, but the noise was still disturbing other customers, and suggested headphones. She said he refused to wear them, so I calmly repeated that the volume still needed to stay off. She glared at me, but muted the devices, and I thought that would be the end of it. About 15 minutes later, I heard loud banging from the dining area and came out to see the boy slamming his hands on the table hard enough to shake the glasses, while his mother sat there scrolling on her phone as if nothing was happening. I asked if she could please calm him down, and she barely looked up before saying he was upset because I had taken away the only thing keeping him calm. Before I could respond, he jumped up and started running between tables, shoving chairs, bumping into seats, and knocking over part of the condiment station. One bottle fell and cracked on the floor, and by then the whole cafe was staring. One customer even stood up because he thought the boy was about to crash into his table. At that point, the mother suddenly started shouting that people needed to be more compassionate and that her son had every right to be in public spaces. I did not disagree with that at all. The issue was never that he was there. The issue was that the situation had become disruptive, unsafe, and completely out of control while she was doing nothing to manage it. I finally told her as calmly as I could that if she could not settle him down, I would have to ask them to leave. She completely lost it and accused me of discrimination, saying she would report us. My wife came out from the kitchen when she heard the yelling, packed up their food, refunded part of the order, and told her it was time to go. The woman looked shocked, grabbed her son, called us heartless on the way out, and slammed the door behind her. Since then, she has posted online claiming that we threw out her autistic son simply for being different, and now strangers who were not even there are leaving nasty reviews. That is what has been bothering me. I truly believe children with special needs deserve patience and understanding, but I also believe parents still have a responsibility to step in when their child is disrupting an entire business and making other customers uncomfortable. We did not ask them to leave because of his diagnosis. We asked them to leave because the boy was knocking things over, running around the cafe, and creating a situation that had become impossible to ignore while his mother sat back and did nothing. So now I honestly want to know, was I wrong?